Okay, Friday, 5th of December 2025. So, Adrian's daily vlog, sharing smart stuff men should know. Being OPSEC conscious. So, in this increasing digitized world, everything's online, everything is trackable, everything is traceable, whizzing around in the Wi Fi waves and beyond. It's worth understanding and appreciating the value of being OPSEC conscious, OPSEC secure, operational security, meaning leaving digital footprints or leaving breadcrumbs here and there, or having the right kind of online security over here, or having the right kind of segmentation strategy over there, or the right kind of attitude and reframing towards this technology or that technology and this software over there. Because I did a video a year or something ago, whatever you reveal you have to assume will be used against you. So we've applied that logic and expand it to say, with this online world, whatever is out there in its form, in some fashion, could be used against you 5, 10, 20, 30 years from now. And we see some political disputes every now and then where this thing that happened 25 or so years ago comes back to surface today and it has some problems. So that's the kind of consciousness we need to be cultivating and fostering and being aware of. This post, this stream, this picture, you name it, how could it affect us in the future? Not from a skeptical point of view, a fearful point of view, but from a strategical point of view. Because by leaving these breadcrumbs and by doing certain things, you're creating potential attack vectors. You're leaving little cracks and chinks in the armor here and there, an unfaulted error basically that could affect you, could come back to haunt you in the future in some fashion. Again, not to be skeptical, but to be wary, to be aware and to be conscious of these potential attack vectors. So we need to be increasingly operational security sensitive and conscious. The rules and principles with using internet, or what we say and don't say with AI, what we involve ourselves with, what we reveal online and beyond, the history settings on the browser setting, making sure the camera never sees things, or making sure data only lasts a certain amount of time, or deleting stuff beforehand, or physically separating things, or having it offline completely cold storage versus online always digitized and nothing to install, things like that. Even down to, say, turning Bluetooth off, turning Wi-Fi off, and keeping everything physically attached with a Cat6, not Cat5 Ethernet cable. It's that kind of level of detail in regards to maybe using different phones for different purposes, things like that. Maybe not using this, never using that, always using this browser, never using that technology. Things like that, never using refurbished hardware, but instead first hand because of the chain of custody, things like that. And never saying certain keywords in public because you never know who's listening, that could cause problems. These all kinds of real specific nitty gritty things. Again, not to be cynical and fearful, but to be strategical, going beyond the fear and realizing, whoa, all these dangers exist out there in the world, and going into the strategic and seeing it as an excuse, an opportunity and chance, and a damn good excuse at that, to upgrade security. Understand that there's a half-life of email addresses and phone numbers. There's a half-life of devices with regards to software support. Understand these things and utilize them. Going from the fear to utilizing it to create more peace of mind with regards to, oh, that's covered, that's hedged against, so we don't do that, that's not involved, it's purely offline, I don't even touch that, so therefore no risk attack, and no risk vector over here, no risk vector over there. Passwords and padlocks and Faraday boxes and offline only, or this is offline only, that's online only, things like that. Because when you understand all these things, when all these blind spots are revealed and you understand these attack vectors, you can then upgrade security and upgrading life overall, creating more peace of mind, creating more more tranquil life, we could say, because we have these potential attack vectors defined and quantified and hedged against. And that's powerful as we go into this more and more hyper-connected world. I did a video as well 6 months ago, I guess, to say that your online presence, you could say, is a kind of living portfolio, a living CV. So there's pros to being online and being active, but also there's dangers online. There's cons, deep fakes and beyond, all kinds of scams and swindles that exist. Things that we can't even imagine or understand that are out there, that it's our responsibility to define and quantify, as in recognize and put a number to it, and then figure out how to hedge against it. I think I did a video as well sometime, and certainly there was a book, the title Only the Paranoid Survive. And I like that because all of these things, the meta pattern and the meta strategy at play is how paranoid are you? How paranoid are you? How paranoid are you? Because you could say and be be absolutist and say, right, no online, nothing, offline only, no pictures of me online, no posts, no social media, nothing, 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 nothing. Delete, 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 delete. Very viable, very nicely extreme, but a lot of peace of mind because that attack vector can't exist if there's no online presence there. Interesting. But on the flip side, you miss out on the tools and the leverageability of the optionality of online presence. Sending emails, for example. I'll have no email addresses, never. Oh, suddenly you can't email people, for example. No, I will delete all YouTube profiles, whatever else. Oh, now you can't watch videos as easily. It's that convenience as well. But fundamentally, it's how paranoid do you want to be? 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 And that determines everything else. To what extent you're going to be taking security measures, which kind, what type, when, and why, and how is it useful to understand it, not just do it. Define the threats, quantify them, hedge against them, protect against them. Because ultimately, you're creating peace of mind, and that's priceless. And that's going to be increasingly priceless in the increasing digital world we are entering. Because if you think it's digitized today, 30 years from now, it's going to be even more digitized. And in fact, we will say 30 years from now, we'll look back at things we do today in terms of OPSEC and security, whatever else, and think, whoa, look how reckless we were. Look how ridiculous that was. Look how dangerous that was. Very important. But otherwise, Adrian's daily vlog, sharing smart stuff men should know. Subscribe for more, and you will see me tomorrow.